What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Dynamism Impulse. I am your Chancellor and Professor of this class, Sci-Fighters. What's happening? So, I'm doing a very improv little review on my Astro C40 controller. Now, I've been seeing a couple out there, and I just feel like some of these reviews aren't being done by real gamers, to be honest. So, I've had a couple of days with this. One note to take: this is my first pro controller, so keep that in mind. Take the info, as a grain of salt. But I'm gonna do my best here, and let's go ahead and look into this. So first off, one of the major things I love about this controller is ultimately how it feels. Downside, little tad bit heavy, but ultimately how it feels is phenomenal. Just smooth, really form fits your hand. Now, I keep getting asked, does it feel more like Xbox or does it feel more like PlayStation? It actually doesn't feel like either. If you want 100% literally how this controller feels, go pick up the Switch Pro controller. That is how this feels. The shape, the formatting of your hands, where everything sits, that's how it feels. It just ultimately doesn't feel like either an Xbox or a PlayStation. It feels like the Switch Pro. So, and it's comfortable. The major thing I'm liking is, as you naturally would hold a controller, there are the triggers. Like, I'm holding the triggers on the back, like just by holding the controller. Now, another thing is everybody's, of course, all talking about the switching of the D-pad and the joystick. Everybody's like, oh, that takes forever. Okay, once again, those guys don't use tools. It literally took me probably just over a minute 30, like realistically. It doesn't take long at all. Everybody was saying it was taking them like 5 minutes to undo those and swap it. No, it does not. Another major feature, and I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends lately, so this has really been coming in handy. Ideally, you want to use the profile settings to switch between games. So whatever your triggers would hear. Like, I know a friend of mine has it set up for Sekiro right now, and he says he swapped the two triggers for the buttons right here, the bumper buttons, the LB and RB, and then of course when he's playing Apex, it's jump and slide. Now for me, what I've done is two profiles for Apex alone, because I've noticed with the advantage of this controller, there's actually two types of game flow that happen. There's the immediate rush of pickup and drops and hides and get going, and then there's the end game gunfights. So what I've actually done is set it early game, profile 1, to square, and just pick up, moving, running, pick up, and jump. And then about mid-game, when things start to pop off, literally flick this bad boy. Boom. Profile 2. Now, it's if I'm running and gunning, I can slide. This is now slide and jump. So, huge advantage being able to take... I mean, it's not as... I will say that is a second downside. Is I was hoping there would be 4. This would be like a flick in, flick out type motion with this teeter pad. But it's not. Still not a downside. Having that multiple profile setting right there, phenomenal. The last thing I really want to touch on is the battery charge. The first night I got this, I think it was a 9.5-hour stream wirelessly, and 0 hiccups, and never even got a battery notice. Wasn't even close to dying. And it charged relatively fast, too. It only took, I think, about 2... I wasn't completely paying attention. Maybe 3 hours to charge. When I first got it all said and done. It comes at like 50%. But I was also messing with it. So, I would say overall, after a 9-hour use, it took about 2 hours to charge. Give or take. But yeah, it's just... Overall, the ultimate question, is this controller worth $200? For me, yes. It was 100% worth $200. I have a relatively expensive setup, so I take my streaming very seriously. So if you're a serious streamer or gamer, then you're really gonna want to look hard into this. Everybody's comparing it to the Scuff. My opinion, Scuff isn't even worth getting looked into at this point. You know, normally by now you're already hearing, you know, a few days out about all the misadventures of a new product. I'm not hearing anything negative so far, except how long it takes to switch the D-pad and the joystick. But other than that, oh, my emblem stopped spinning too. Poopers. But other than that, you guys, check it out for yourself. Get your own opinion. Don't be sucked into hate-on videos. To me, it's worth it. It may not be worth it to you guys, but to me, it was 100% worth the $200. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you very much for the time of checking this video out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you found this useful or informative at all. And once again, I have been your boy and Chancellor Scythiders. Class is dismissed. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Catch you next time.